Okay, let me see if I'm streaming and my audio works.
See if I'm streaming.
Yep,
My audio works.
seems like. Yep. Okay. Uh, sorry if I sound a little. I just had a weird coughing attack literally right before I started to stream. So if I mute right now, that's why. I think I'm okay, but I have returned for reasons. Ghost, welcome back. Are you the true ghost or are you the alternate ghost? Let us know. Plausible deniability either way. But anyway, welcome in. How's it going? Hello, Bert. Welcome in. AKA Gibson Lens, for anybody else who doesn't know. Whichever one makes sense. Oh, okay. Full disclosure, what if neither one made sense? What if both of them made sense? Who knows? Anyway, I was apologizing before this because I had a weird coughing attack, so excuse me if I mute for a second. Glorious, today is going well. That's amazing. Alright, if neither of them made sense, then darn. Shucks. Alright, let's see here. So I've decided that one of the not fun things about streaming is advertising, and I feel like it's kind of spammy, and maybe initially I needed it, to have an audience, and now I don't want to advertise anymore, so I'm just gonna I'm just gonna start streaming, and then, if I ever feel like I need more viewers, then I'll advertise. But honestly, I felt like I've been okay. Like, there's nothing more, I guess, sobering than being like, I'm gonna play a game, and then it's like playing the game. There's way fewer people watching than the Magic stream because I know it's like way more engaging and entertaining to watch a Magic stream. So I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. I get it. I was reading some statistics, and like apparently, if you have just like a few viewers, you're already in the top like 2% of all Twitch streamers because a large majority of Twitch streamers like don't have really that many viewers. So I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. Like the statistics are so staggering. Like, let's see. Hey, Jimmy Kaner, hello, welcome in. Sup, bro? I am sup. Let's see. Never stayed for full Magic stream, but I may stay the whole time. I mean, hey, it's up to you. And if you miss it, but you want to catch it, I usually have all of my VODs, even my Magic ones, up, even when I mess up on stream. And then I end up putting them on YouTube. I do sometimes edit them for YouTube. I've had to edit a couple of things for YouTube from stream, but I don't edit the VODs. So if that's something you're interested in. All right, so first things first, starting stream. I'm going to put on my cheating gloves. It's cheating because I'm putting on Sort Quick, for those of you who don't know. These are the gloves that enable me to cheat. I mean, do magic tricks. You're forgetting something. What am I forgetting? I mean, I haven't had that much time to forget anything. I'm probably going to get to it. Big Sock's entrance? Oh, no, 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 no. The sock will enter when the sock is ready. The sock is not at my beck and call. The sock bails me out when the sock wants to bail me out. That's the deal. It's look. The sock doesn't work for me. I work for the sock. That's okay. All right. Let's see. Charlie's Beats, welcome in. I saw Gibson Lens and Charlie's Beats give the eyes at the beginning. So, of course, I had to do the eyes as well. All right, opening up the Twitch deck. And this is actually a good time to go through and see how many cards are currently not signed, because there's actually way fewer of them now than ever. And I've, just in case, I already have a backup deck just in case we get to that point. But there's less than a quarter of the deck that is unsigned, so. Alright, let's see. So it looks like we have 12 cards that are not signed. A lot of 3s are not signed. It looks like 8s, 9s, and 10s are kind of similarly popular. And then 2 5s. And then 1 King of Clubs. So 3 3s, 2 8s, 2 9s, 2 10s, 2 5s, and a King of Clubs. Alright. So, if anybody is curious about signing a card when you sub or give 500 bits, including your Prime sub for the first time, you get to sign a card. And if we sign all of these cards, I get another deck. So that's as simple as that. Oh, I don't have the trick list up, and I don't have other things. Oh, thanks for putting the link for the trick list in there. And there's 3 boss tricks, so if anybody remembers things from the last couple of streams, there's 3 boss tricks. Okay, alright, let's see. There is a trick that I think I should probably practice. This will only be foreshadowing, really, for Gibson Lens and the Rusty Panda. I want to laugh and cringe. Alright, Ghost 99. Ghost TX99, you're gonna get a dad joke. Alright, let's see. Okay. Ghost TX99, are you familiar with Pokemon? Or not so much? Charlie's Beats is ready. You are? Okay, alright. How about a couple of Pokemon themed ones? Okay, here we go. What is the Pokemon name of a place that sells only 1 light fixture per location? What is the Pokemon name of a place that sells only 1 light fixture per location? The answer is Bulbasaur. Alright. What? Charlie's Beats got the facepalm. Alright. What do you call a Pokemon window shopping at a shoe store? What do you call a Pokemon window shopping at a shoe store? Peek at shoes. Oh Lord, tell me. There you go. So, Bulbasaur and Pikachu's. There you go. Gibson Lens got the Pikachu. Charlie's Beats got the facepalm, the obligatory. Oh god, I semi-regret this. You're welcome. So actually, I believe both of those, I mean, they may already exist on the internet, but I came up with those in isolation of the internet. So I'm not saying they're original, but I was like brainstorming those myself. Okay. Oh, I don't have my song list on. Man, here's the one thing about swapping between games and performing, and I'm like, I forget to turn on all the things. I also used this setup to do my YouTube videos too. So it probably wasn't from games; it was from YouTube video. Okay, let's see. All right, next. For anybody who's gonna be at TwitchCon, I'm gonna be at TwitchCon. So if anybody wants to hang out, let's go hang out. Other than that, let's. If you are interested in attending a workshop, wouldn't you have a separate scene for game streams? I do have a separate scene, but I reuse this one. So, but anyway, so yeah, Gibson Lens, the Rusty Panda, and I will be at TwitchCon, and we're going to be presenting an interactive workshop for Magic. So we're going to be telling people about the Twitch Magic community, and we're going to teach some Magic. So hopefully we have more Magic streamers in the future. That's my hope, anyway. Fingers crossed. Okay, let's see. Next up, I wasn't sure what people were feeling tonight. We could do requests. Oh, that's right. I was going to set up for a trick. I forgot. And then, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. This might only be foreshadowing for Gibson Lens because I'm going to be using this trick in the future, maybe at TwitchCon. So, but that's the plan. So I'm going to practice this one. But yeah, I could open with it. We're actually planning on closing with this one at TwitchCon. Shh, don't tell anybody. And also, the surprise will be a lot different at TwitchCon as well. Hold on, I'm trying to find some cards that don't make it look extremely obvious what I'm doing. But the problem is, having every card signed is makes it tough. Okay, here we go. Okay, alright. Here we go. This is called Red Packet, Black Packet. So I have 8 cards here. One packet is red, one packet is black. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay all of the black cards out front over here. So we'll do that, we'll do that, we'll do this, and that. Okay, and then for these are all red packet cards, so I just want to show you that they're all red face cards. If I go ahead and I place one down here, and I just scoop up one of the black spot cards, all I have to do is show you that these are all red face cards still. Now if I go ahead and I swap out one more, like this, you'll still see that these are all red face cards. That's super weird. I can even do it when I swap 2 at a time. So let's go ahead and do the last 2 all at once. But you'll actually see that these are all still red face cards. I know, interesting, right? Here's the thing. A lot of people would guess and assume that the black spot cards are down here. But actually, you would only be half correct because these black spot cards are aces, and these are 2 red spot cards, the other 2 aces. And that is red packet, black packet. Okay. Whew. So yeah, Bert, I'll let you know how it will end in mod chat, so you and the Rusty Panda will know. But Um, it'll be like a la, Call Me Maybe, but with different stuff. Okay, next, let's practice another trick. Actually, before I get to that, let me review what my boss tricks are. And then you switch back to Call Me Maybe at the last second. Oh, dude, that would be ridiculous. I will, let me bring them. I'll bring them. Okay. So, here's another trick I'm thinking about not just doing, but I'll be teaching the basic version of this trick at TwitchCon, but not this full version. Actually, let me remember how the full version goes. So actually, we should do. Hold on, I'm thinking in my mind how my normal new handling, my new advanced version goes. So. Then I do this. And then I do this. Wait. No. Yeah, then I do this. I don't know. I do this. Okay. Boom. Then we do that. Then we do this. Then we do this. Boom. Boom. Sorry, I'm just doing this in my head so that I know what's going on. Okay. Let me just do the basic version. And that will, if I can remember how to do the advanced version. Okay, so first things first, we will need a card selected. Hey, welcome in, Alchemutation. How's it going? Redeem dad joke. Alright, hold on. Before I proceed with this trick, we have a dad joke redeem. I'm gonna have to get a lot of new dad jokes. It's a very popular redeem. People are redeeming it like pretty regularly. Alright, so, good, I defeated Hurricane Lee. Yo! Congratulations that you've defeated Hurricane Lee. Yeah, I heard about some of the difficulties that you were having related to power and things. So my sympathies. I'm glad you're okay. I assume that you're okay because you're on Twitch. I guess if everything wasn't okay, I would guess that maybe you weren't on Twitch. But welcome back, and glad that you're doing okay. We're good, thanks. All right, awesome. Okay, let me give you an option, Alchemy. Do you want a music stream dad joke? Or sorry, do you want a music themed dad joke, or do you want a just regular dad joke? Music, yes. Okay. All right. Let me hop to my. Oh, I think some of you may have heard this the other day, but that's okay. Alchemutation didn't. So, actually, before I proceed, how good are you with the piano musics, Craig? You good on the piano and musics, or needs to find more? Charlie needs to find more face palms. All right, I'll do these two, and then if they were not satisfactory, you started on piano. All right, great. Gibson Lens got another face palm. Okay, here we go. Oh, that's 7 cents. Yeah, that's right. Okay. What is the last ditch last hope for a classical music genre RPG video game? I know that was a very packed question. What is the last ditch, last hope for a classical music genre RPG video game? That is niche. Yep. Final Fantasy Impromptu. Okay. All right. Yes, Final Fantasy Impromptu. So, okay. Charlie's. Okay. All right. Here's the other. What did the Terminator turned aspiring musician say when he left to go to piano practice? What did the Terminator turned aspiring musician say when he left to go to piano practice? Yo, that's a good response. I'll be flat. That's a good one. But so I'll read that. I'll be flat. That's a good one. You know what? I'm gonna add that just so that it's an alternate for this one. Just so that I have it. But my response is going to be, I'll be back. You know, Bach. But then the follow-up is, get to the Chopin. You know, not Choppa, but Chopin. I know it's pronounced differently, but spelled almost the same. All right. There you go. All right, hopefully that is all right. Those were great. All right, I'm glad you enjoyed. Glad you enjoyed. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to find some new dad jokes because people are eating them up. Okay, what was I in the middle of doing now at this point? I forgot. Getting ready for a card trick, doing the thing. Okay, I put inverted card trick. Okay, so this is the trick. The basic version is the one that I was planning on teaching during TwitchCon. And then I'm trying to remember the advanced version right now. So we do that, do this, do this. Do this. Sorry, I think I can catch up on the advanced version. Oh, okay. I remember now. Okay, there's a tricky part for my new advanced version. That's right. Okay. I think I remember now. All right. Also, hi chat. How are ya? Okay. Here we have the deck, and we would have a card selected. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter, but if anybody wants to interact with the stream, feel free to click directly on a card, and if you're on desktop. Elegant Mutation, thank you so much for the bits, greatly appreciate it. Alright, so here's one that got 1 vote. Oh, how rude of me. After this trick, we're going to do some shoutouts. Okay, alright, it seems like this will be the selection. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and close my eyes, turn this card over, and just make sure that everybody knows what this card is, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and give everybody a second to go ahead and get that. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back down. Okay, alright, excellent. So hopefully somebody's got it. Excellent, thank you for letting me know, Alchemy Mutation. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so Black Rose 3194, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. If anybody doesn't know, that music is from Chrono Trigger, and that is the inspiration for the game that I'm currently playing, Sea of Stars. But yeah, if you're not following our friend Black Rose, so I think Black Rose, thank you so much for all of the raids that you've given me this past week. So Black Rose has raided here, what, like 3 times or something? So thank you so much for raiding in. So Black Rose, I did lurk in one stream. Black Rose is playing Fortnite, so if you would like to watch some Fortnite, definitely give our friend Black Rose a follow. Okay, so let's see. I was in the middle of a trick. We just had a card selected. Somebody remembered it in chat. I did not get a chance to see this. But we have, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stick this card back into the middle of the deck. And I'm going to go ahead and just push it in like that. No weird things. It's just going to sit like that for a second. And then, let me see, I need to grab this heat map so I can consume it. Thank you. Okay, next, we are going to go ahead and try and have the deck find your card. So I'm not going to find the card. Actually, wait. Every time we actually need something interesting done, it's not going to be me. It'll actually be our friend, the deck sock. Actually, the deck sock will do all of the interesting things. So let me go ahead and grab our friend, the deck sock. And let's have the deck sock just lay down on the deck for a second, as the deck sock does all of its work, because the true magical talent is the deck sock and not me. Alright, deck sock, are you done? Okay. Alright, so if I go ahead and I just go through the cards, there's one card that is facing the opposite direction. So, quick question. Second time in a row I joined in for DeckSock TM. Full disclosure, yeah, it is probably DeckSock TM, but I don't own the TM. So I purchased this product. You too can own your own DeckSock. But hashtag not sponsored. So I don't want to. Anyway, Craig, could you tell us what card it was that you remembered? I assume you were also the one that clicked the heat map, but two of diamonds? Okay, two of diamonds. So this should be the two of diamonds. Okay, it is indeed the two of diamonds. I was. All right, excellent. So here's the thing with the two. So you may understand how this part of the trick has worked, and this is the part that I would be teaching. Now here's the advanced version. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn it face down, and we're going to go ahead and place the face down card into the face down deck like this. And some people believe that I may have kept it on the top, but I have not, and that is also not the two of diamonds. So that is not the correct card. And then, so if we were to actually go through all of the cards right now, we may be able to see it because we did insert it, but I'm not going to let you see that because we're going to go ahead and give the deck sock a chance to invert it again. So we're going to go ahead and have it turn over the two of diamonds. And that was all the time that it needed. So if I grab the deck now and I just spread, which you just saw a second ago, all the cards are facing the same direction, right? But right now, here we'll have the deck sock front and center. I know everybody wants to see the deck sock. I know you guys are really here to see the deck sock and not me. Like, you've seen enough of me because I'm doing game streams now. So, but look, there is now a card facing in the opposite direction, and conspicuously, I don't see our selection. So this must be our two of diamonds, I'm guessing. Hey, look at that. Well done. Well done, DeckSock. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me. Without you, I'm nothing. So that, my friend, is the inverted card trick. But anyway, if anybody wants to request anything, the trick list is open, so feel free to take a look if anybody wants to request something. If you know what magic tricks are called, if you don't, you just type in !random and it'll put a random trick into the queue for you. A black rose, if you would like to request a trick, I would love to perform a trick for you for the raid, so please let me know. Okay, let's see. Oh, Charlie's Beats has requested a trick, and so I normally do it with aces, but we're going to do it with fives because Charlie signed the 5 of hearts. Alchemmutation has requested something. Excellent, thank you. Oh, the invisible deck. That's a trick that I like to only do once per stream. So you got a 1 per stream trick there. Also, reminder, if anybody has been sitting down for a while and you have not hydrated, please stay hydrated. I'm having some black tea today again as well. I think this is English, black English breakfast, probably. Let's see. Cheers! Cheers. Hold on. Cheers! Oh, FYI, I have a lot of emote slots. Does anybody have any ideas for oh, should I have a facepalm emote, actually, Charlie? Because, if you need a new one, I should probably just get a facepalm emote, right? Okay, so hold on. How are are they all facing this way? Okay, they're all facing this way. All right, let me go ahead and do it. All right, all right. Hold on, let me just clear the screen of the queue for just 1 second. Song, there we go. Okay. Now, yeah, they're all like this. So, okay, here we go. Okay, there's one. Here's another angle. All right, let me just clear the hair for a second. And then I'll have I think the hand is lower. Oh, okay, like right in the middle of my face. Okay, all right, here we go. Oh, maybe my hand together would be easier to edit for somebody. Then should I do one with like my like covering your face? Okay, I don't want to smash my glasses on my face, but I guess that's all right. Can somebody like clip all those, and then we'll see if we can find somebody to make a facepalm emote. Okay, all right, right. Yeah, those are my right hand directly on my face. Just And if not, it is not beneath me to simply just crop it from the image. So I would totally do that. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. And if maybe if I have a facepalm, then everybody who subs here can have a facepalm emote to spam when I tell a dad joke. That's a great idea. I forgot who did it, or did I come up with that? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. You're all here. You all helped. So you all request dad jokes. Okay, where was I? Oh yes. So I have 4 cards here, and they are the 4 5s. So I think I need them. Okay. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 5s. So here's a 5 of spades, and here's a 5 of clubs. Now you're supposed to try and keep your eye on the 5 of spades. And if you were to guess where the 5 of spades is, I think a lot of people would say here. But I'm going to confess to you, I didn't do any magic that time. So exactly what you just saw is exactly what I did. However, what we're going to do is we're going to do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4 5s. I'm used to saying 4 aces for this. But here, I'm going to go ahead and place the 5 of spades right there. And we're going to go ahead and place the 5 of clubs right here. And now, where would you guess the 5 of spades is? If you would like to guess and you're on desktop, feel free to go ahead and click directly on the card on the screen that you think it will be. And then if you want to guess but you're not, I can mark these with some numbers. Here, this one is 6, that one is 7, this one is 8, and this one's 4. So if you want to use, if you are not on, am I face palming yet? Okay, I'm gonna have thank you for clipping that, Craig. Greatly appreciate it. I'm gonna have to check that out later. C1NRB, welcome in. How's it going? Yeah, so for those of you who are not on desktop, if you want to guess, feel free to just type a number in chat. So there we are. So it looks like we have somebody who thinks it's here on 7, somebody thinks it's over here on 8. Clearly those people have seen this trick before, because intuitively you would guess that it is here, and I totally prefaced it with, I didn't do magic the first time, but this time, wouldn't it be great if I didn't do magic this time and it was still here? Like, that would be great. Yo, I'm gonna have to throw that in my backpack for next time. So when it's more bit, you know what? After a raid, after a big raid, and somebody's like, "Hey, can you do a quick trick? Remind me to do this one," and then I should do it that way. All right. So for anybody who thought it was under 4, but you didn't want to click or say anything, you were right. It's not there because these are now the red aces, 4 and 6. But here's Charlie's beats now under the 4. But let's see. Okay, so C1 NRB guessed 8, and whoever clicked on this heat map is 7. So my apologies to anybody who said to C1 NRB is because that's the 5 of clubs. So whoever guessed 7, which would be that heat map on the screen right there, that is where the 5 of spades is. And that, my friends, is Dr. Daly's last trick. Seven. I will say, if you yell 7 in chat, I will be compelled to yell 7. 7. All right, and then this one is nicely. Oh, let me put the. There we go. Delicious. Okay. Alchemmutation says 7. Thanks for getting the heat maps, Gifts and Lens. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, let's see here. Next we have the invisible deck. All right. Craig, are you in chat? And are you ready to interact? Because this trick is pretty much requires somebody to interact with the trick. Otherwise, it's not that awesome because I could have chosen any card. But it's way better if you... 7! I mean, yes. Sorry. 7! I mean, yes. Okay. All right, that's good. Let me go ahead and start sharing my magic screen. I have a deck here. And this is a magical deck. This is a deck in which I can send through the internet pipes and you will receive it. The thing is, it will become invisible when it comes out on your side. But, Craig, what I want you to do is I'm going to go ahead and just put this into the internet pipes, and then you're going to get ready to receive it. Okay? Yeah, internet pipes. Here we go. Okay, ready? I don't know why it sounded like a Cthulhu when the internet sucked it up, but just, it's okay. Alright, so when you receive the deck, grab the deck, and then it'll be invisible. It'll be tough to see, but I know that you've handled cards before, so you can open up the box, take out the cards, spread through the cards, and when you, I would say see one, but since they're invisible, feel the one card, remember which card it is, turn it around, and then put it back into the pack, close up the deck, and then put that into the box. Let me know when you've done that, and then send it back to me through the internet pipes, and I will catch it. I will catch it right here. So yeah, get the deck, open it up, catch. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna do the baby catch, the baby diaper catch. Okay, here we go. Got. Wait, did you send it back, or did you catch? I'm sorry. Got. Go. Okay. All right. Go. All right. Awesome. Sweet. That was like instant. Lol. Okay. Now, at this point, this deck, I'm not going to break away on the camera, and you will always see this deck. And Craig and I did not set anything up, so he could legitimately choose any card. And if you pick this trick again on a future stream, you can choose any card. So, at this point, it's okay to tell me in chat which card was it that you turned facing in the opposite direction. I know it's tough to see, but I think hopefully you could feel the essence of the card that you picked and turned over. Which one was it? King of Spades. King of Spades. Okay, King of Spades. So, I don't know if you know, but in order for me to get this correct, if I was to do this in a crazy way, I would need 52 decks, but then I would need to swap this if it was not the correct one. But I'm going to let you know that whether you believe I statistically got it right, or that this really is a magic trick, I'm going to show you right now that I'm going to open up this deck, and I'm going to show you that there's one card facing in the opposite direction. Okay. All right, here we go. So, look, if I just go ahead and I spread, and we spread and we spread, and there's actually one card right here that is facing in the opposite direction. So, right, here's all of our cards. Which card was it? You said the King of Spades? Now remember, we sent this through the internet pipes. You handled the invisible deck. You sent it back. And now we should be able to tangibly see everything because you can see everything here. And that is the King of Spades. My friends, and that is the invisible deck. Alchemy says, what? Oh, yeah. No freaking way. Incredible. Have you not seen that one? I have not. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So there we go. The invisible deck. Yeah. So I like to do that only once per stream, mostly because if people see it more than once, they may start to understand. Maybe. Or maybe not. It's probably okay, but why risk it? That is sick. Yeah, and you can legitimately name whatever card. It's 100%. I have not messed it up on stream. So wow. Yeah, so normally when that trick is done, if it's done in real life, you have the other person just use their imagination, and then you hand them an invisible deck, and then and then you basically do the exact same thing. But I came up with that presentation because I'm like, well, this is well suited for having them handle it, but I needed an excuse to send the deck through the internet. So here, internet pipes, go. Hold on, I just saw my baby monitor flare up, so let me just make sure that my baby is still in bed. Yep, she's good. I was super proud of her because earlier tonight she actually she rolled out of bed, and I heard a thump, and I'm like, "Uh-oh, is she okay?" And I thought she was gonna cry, or make a fuss, but she literally struggled with because her head was on the floor, but her feet were still on the bed. For anybody who doesn't know, the bed is super low. It's like slightly less than a foot off of the floor. So she struggled like that for 20 or 30 seconds, and then she got out of the bed and then climbed back into bed, and there was no fuss. And I was like, "Baby, I'm so proud of you." I mean, I said that quietly because I didn't want to risk wait, but I mean, she was all the way upstairs. I was downstairs. It's okay. It's fine. So, all right, let's see here. That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was not ready for how quickly the kids were gonna develop. So, I took my daughter, my wife and I took my daughter to a friend's birthday party. So the friend is just a few months a few months younger than my daughter. So my daughter turned 2 months ago, and then this friend turned two. Actually, is going to turn two this upcoming week. So they had the birthday party early, and they are both like walking, talking, running around, interacting with each other, saying things to each other without being prompted by adults or anything. And I'm like, whoa, they are they're like independent entities and doing stuff, and I'm just like, whoa, you're growing up so fast. And she's only 2, so but yeah, saying things exactly right. But where was I going with this? I have this like lingering thought. It's like if kids go away for college at like 18 and they may not come back for like holidays, it's like, oh no, I might only have like, 16 Christmases left, right? And it's like, that's technically a lot because you remember as a kid, that's a lot of Christmases. But as an adult, 16 Christmases doesn't seem like that many, relatively. So anyway, thank you kindly for the request, Alchemy Craig. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Um, and I forgot to thank Charlie earlier for your previous request, and thank you for the current request, Charlie's Beats. That's right. I said I was going to do some shout outs like a little bit ago, and then we didn't. So let's go ahead and do them. All right. So once again, if you are not following our friend Black Rose, if you haven't given Black Rose a follow, and I know we did shout Black Rose out earlier, but why not again? Okay. And then if you're not giving our friend Charlie's Beats a follow, please give Charlie's Beats a follow. Gamer, musician, coder, just all around omnipresent chatter as well. Let's see. If you are not following our friend Alchemutation, please give Craig Alchemutation a follow because, first of all, strong supporter of the stream because Alchemutation is the person who is rated into stream the most. So I think I don't have the official count. I can pull up the spreadsheet, but I think it's like 8 or so raids into here. Hold on. Now I just need to know. Hold on. Find mutation. 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, including today. So you've raided in here 10 times, Craig. That is insanity. All right, guys. Black Rose is catching up. Black Rose does have fewer raids in here, but it is certainly possible in the future to have things change. So, but anyway, yeah. So if you're not following Alchemutation, please give Craig a follow. Plays guitar and does Smilecore. So if you're listening to the metal guitar and you're not smiling, then you're not listening to Alchemutation because clearly it's got to be somebody else posing as Alchemutation. Let's see. And also follow Black Rose and Charlie's Beats. Oh, awesome. And then if you are not following our mod and friend, Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow. Plays piano, sight reads from some songbooks, has a bunch of originals, so yeah. No problem, you're welcome. Okay, I think that was... let me know if I missed anybody, because, yeah. All right, cool. Long story short, everybody just follow everybody. That's that's like my mantra for some of the other streams. Okay, yep, okay. Sorry, I was just making sure that I was ready for the next trick here. But anyway, okay, cool. Everyone follow everyone. We will win Twitch. Yeah, that's right. That's how you win Twitch. Just follow everybody. Everybody that's cool. Deep down inside, we win at Twitch when we take all of Daddy Bezos' money. That's how we win Twitch. Okay. All right. So let me see here. Exactly. That's right. So also a reminder, it is September, and if you are looking to sub, you don't have to sub here, but if you have a Prime sub, literally sub to any creator because that's just free money on the table if you have Amazon Prime, because you get one free Prime sub each month. And then the other thing is, if you do want to support your fellow streamers, it is cheaper to do it this month than any other month. Once again, you don't have to sub here if you don't want, but please support other people if you would like. So, I wrote a song called "Love Spore" in the spirit of everyone follow everyone. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to request that when I'm in next time. Um, yeah, sorry I'm not really hanging out because your times in which you're streaming are tough. So I've mostly just lurked and only for like 10 minutes. But anyway, so what we have here are two jokers, and the two jokers are going to help us find some cards. Now the cards that they find, usually they want to find the most powerful cards. That's why it's called Hellman's Aces. But because Charlie requested this trick, they're actually going to go find the fives. So look, if I just show you that here we have two jokers. If I just snap, there's actually a 5 that will appear in between the two jokers. That happens to be the 5 of spades. Now, I know if you missed that, that's okay. We're going to go ahead and do that again because, here we go. If I just go ahead and snap, they're going to find another, normally I like to say ace, but they're actually going to find another 5 this time because if I show you, there we are. And that happens to be a 5 of clubs. Now, not only can they do that while they are face up, but they can also do it when they're face down. So if I go ahead and I just flip them over and I snap, but you'll see that the 5 that they find is actually going to be face up in between them. I know, is that interesting? That's super strange, right? And then finally, the last 5 is our friend in chat, also the person who requested this trick, 5 of hearts, Charlie's beats. That would have been embarrassing if it was not Charlie's beats 5 of hearts. But there it is. And that, my friends, is Hellman's fives. Okay. Whew. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens, Charlie's Beats. Charlie's Beats, thank you so much for the request. Okay, let's see here. I think we should resolve a boss trick because I'm feeling okay. And I have 3 boss tricks, which is kind of more than usual. But anyway, so I did want to tell everybody a story that involves my travel around TwitchCon. So originally I was going to have work travel directly adjacent to TwitchCon, like right before it. And I was going to have to cut that work trip early to go to TwitchCon. And now knowing that we're going to be presenting our interactive workshop on Friday, good thing I was planning on leaving on Thursday. Because so now our panel or interactive workshop, if you were following along, it was originally scheduled for Saturday due to some error. It's now on Friday, and actually there was some discussion about moving it another time, and I said, well, I mean, ultimately Twitch controls the schedule, but I told if we could help it, let's try not to, because we've already told everybody that the time changed once. But yeah, so Friday at 5 p.m. Pacific is when my workshop with Gibson Lens and the Rusty Panda are happening. But now, so this work trip ended up becoming delayed, not so much like at the same location. It was basically canceled there, delayed for 3 weeks, and it's happening at a completely different location. And so I'm like, but I already got a plane ticket between, the work event and Las Vegas. So now I have to figure out how I'm going to get my workplace to, like, because I was assuming I was going to be at this other location. And so I have to cancel 2 flights. I mean, they'll refund me. I mean, my workplace will reimburse me definitely for the one going to the work location. But I have to figure out, because I was going to be there, so I would be out basically $300-ish plus dollars, unless they also paid for that. But technically it was personal travel, so I don't know. But they told me they was going to be at a certain place, so I feel like, anyway, that's kind of like the stress I was partially dealing with earlier this week. So anyway, okay, so I don't remember exactly why this is here. It might have been because I super messed it up, but why not? We'll go ahead and okay, not knowing is the worst. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so actually this is, and I think this was actually a boss trick, not because I messed it up with the regular deck. I think I messed it up using some other deck. so, um, so yeah, this is actually snap change transpo. But I'm like, I should practice it to make it look good, because, why not? So, alright, let me see here. Okay, what we have here is a couple of cards. If I show you that I have the Three of Spades and the King of Hearts, right? If I go ahead and I place the King of Hearts here, but I just wanted to swap them. Swapping them manually would be really slow. So what I actually want to do is do this super fast, like this. And actually, now this card that's down here would then be our Three of Spades. I know. Okay, I think that was clean. I forgot exactly if it was a boss trick because I did it with like clear cards or like big cards or something, but yeah. So, oh wait, I forgot. Boss. Thanks for being here, for encountering the boss. And we beat the boss. And I can mostly do that just so I can check it off of my my boss trick list. It was bothering me. Let's see here. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats. So, how many people are developers out there and also are into gaming? And you guys have heard about the entire Unity putting forth new terms of service that they're going to be charging on a per install basis and causing a gigantic, huge uproar, because I've been reading all about it because I'm a little fascinated by it. And I feel like it is kind of stupid and dumb. Gibson Lund says, "Yep, that's all coworkers and dev friends are talking about." Oh yes, I can imagine, because yeah, Gibson Lentz works in the game industry, so completely affects him and his company. So I just cannot believe what, I mean, not even that, but like, I don't know, the things that people are pointing fingers at as far as like, the progression and how it got here, and removing like the GitHub history for changes. I'm like, oh, it's so ridiculous. Yeah, well, we don't use Unity, so it doesn't directly affect us, but yeah. Oh, right, yeah. But I mean, here's the thing, right? Like, even, so for example, I work in the restaurant industry, even though I'm like a software engineer, but when other things in the restaurant industry happen, even if it doesn't directly affect us, it will kind of tangentially affect us. So, I yeah, but yeah, it's a big deal for anybody using Unity to develop games. Let's see here. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, and I can update this. So now there's 2 boss tricks. Hold on. I don't normally do this during stream, but I feel like we're not too busy today, and I feel like I was thinking that I should use like the first few minutes of stream to like make a stream improvement. I don't know if I can make a stream improvement every stream, like, within a reasonable time frame before getting stream started, but I would have just been advertising, so I'd just be here chatting anyway. Yeah, Unity is one of the 2 big gaming engines. Yeah, we'll see how much longer that lasts. Yo, I know, right? So I was like reading, and it's like, oh my god, I don't know how you could ever trust them again. So anyway, for anybody who's not like a game dev or knows what game development engines are. So game development engines require a lot of work, and there's 2 really big game development engines. One of them is Unity, and then the other one is Unreal. So those are the two big ones. There are other ones that you may have heard of, but these two are the two biggest ones that are put forth by like private companies. They put a lot of time and effort into them. There are developer subscription fees, and then there's like a promise of, they're going to take a cut after certain thresholds, or always, like depending on who it is. But Unity had promised one thing. I guess I don't really want to get too deep into the details, especially if people have already. But in my mind, they are bogged down by original wording about being transparent, the terms of service, in which they would not get charged anything for using these game development tools, the Unity game development tools. And so, yeah, that deserves all of these. Yes, 1,000%, Charlie, 1,000%. And they basically now are saying that, well, if you use our tools to put out a game, we are now going to be charging this. And it's not just for games that are going to come out in the future. They were like saying it would also apply to games that have already come out. And even those terms of service in the past that said, hey, if you are using these terms of service and they change them on them, so long as you are on a version that is older, then you should be able to use the terms of service from the previous agreement. And it appears as though that may have been taken away. So it is kind of a cluster right now in all of the discussions for yeah. Some are certainly questioning the legality. Yeah. So this almost reminds me a little bit of like the whole charade with Dungeons and Dragons and Wizards of the Coast earlier this year. So, and or I forgot if it was this year or last year. Was it last year? It might have been last year. Man, all the last few years are like just cramming together. But yeah, it was kind of like that to me. Except this one I feel like is way worse than the D&D one. But then again, I am not as much of a tabletop role player than. I mean, I'm not really a game dev either, but so I don't know. It's crazy. I kind of want to see how this pans out, but it doesn't look like Unity is making a statement to back down. So that's kind of where the rub is. But anyway, I was partially thinking, oh, if I get into game development, well, I am obviously just going to try and use some open source. So I actually saw on Humble Bundle there was some resources, so like some books and some courses for Godot. And so I was like, I can invest a little bit just to try and understand, to see if, one day. If for anybody who didn't know, I have another hobby that I've rarely mentioned. The only people on Twitch who might know. Yep, Godot has been brought up a lot lately. Yes, I can understand why. So yeah, for anybody who didn't know, another one of my hobbies, and the only people who would know, I think, might be like some people who hang out in Rob Kovacs's Discord. I like creative writing, and so that's like another hobby. I've just not been able to write much in the last few years. I think I've mentioned it once or twice on my stream, but it's very infrequent. But I've got a couple of story ideas that I was like, this would make a really good game, like story-wise. And even if it's not like a crazy good game, but like I think of games like what was the name of this one game I'm thinking about? It's not Paradise. It's To the Moon. Yeah. So To the Moon is effectively just it's they say it's an RPG, but it's really just a vessel for storytelling this one story. And I'm like, wow, that's such a powerful story. And everybody says it's a great game. And honestly, there's like a little bit of puzzle solving, but To the Moon is just a wonderful story, and it like almost made me cry. Like, I don't normally cry at games, but I'll get really emotional and admit it. So, but I was like, oh, if I could have a story that has an impact like that, I don't need to become a famous game dev, but if I can just make one project that I'm really proud of and just put it out there, so it's like, I'm the magician game dev that had that one game. Like, I played To the Moon long ago. Yeah, it came out a while ago. So, all right. So this is called back illusion. And so when I was first trying to come up with magic tricks myself, I'm like, oh, this has already been done, or this is like just a variation on this other person's magic trick. And there are very few tricks that I can really call my own. This one, I felt like I could say, okay, maybe I kind of came up with it, but there are definitely other tricks like it. Um, so, anyway, this is called. Well, actually, I won't tell you what it's called until the end. But if you've been here before, you know how this ends. So, all right, what we have here is Ace of Hearts. We have Ace of Clubs, and then we have Ace of Diamonds and the Ace of Spades. You'll notice that these are not from the typical bicycle decks because all the pips are basically matching in size, so that the Ace of Spades is not ludicrously huge. But there is some difference here because the Ace of Spades does have text on it, and none of the other ones do. But anyway, if I was to ask you what color would you say the backs are, what color would you say? I think a lot of people would probably say blue because they're blue. Or are they? Because if I just snap and I just show you that the Ace of Spades, if I just remove that, this is now showing red. Actually, not just that, but all of these are actually red. Except for that one. Hold on. Okay. We may have to make this a boss trick just because I messed up there, but maybe I'll just do this again right after. So here's the kicker. If I just go ahead and I spread the cards out, what would you say the backs are? Would you say that they're 2 blue, 2 red? Would you say that they are 3 blue, 1 red, 3 red, 1 blue? I think those are all the most common responses. But if you didn't see the name of the trick, it's called back illusion because the backs were an illusion the entire time. So it doesn't matter what you guessed, unless you guessed there were no backs or white, because there are no backs to these cards. All yellow! That's gross. No, I don't know. Okay, I may want to. I'm going to do that again, just because. Maybe there'll be less speaking, but we'll try that again. So what we're going to do is. Alright. Okay. Here we are. Starting over. Mostly I don't want to put it on the boss trick list. So, okay, look. We have the Ace of Hearts, Ace of Clubs, Ace of Diamonds, Ace of Spades, patter, 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 misdirect so that, all the aces, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what color would you say the backs are? A lot of people would say blue. Great, but what if I told you that, hey, they're not blue, they are red instead? I know, would that be strange? But look, let me just show you that now maybe they're all red. Right? Is that weird? That's super weird, right? But what if I actually just took all of the cards and I just went ahead and I spread them out on the table? Would you believe that they're all 2 of them are blue, 2 of them are red, and then patter, 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 blah, blah, blah. Okay. I know, it's a lot more boring when I don't actually say the correct words that I'm supposed to say, but I don't know, I felt like the performance was fine, except for the one technical glitch. And now there's no technical glitches, but I wasn't worrying. Man, it's tough sometimes to perform tricks. So, okay. Ha ha ha, if you said anything that was colored or yellow. Wouldn't it be amazing if I just made these all yellow, like right now? Like, that would be so cool. I don't have a mechanism for doing that, but that would be a great ending. So I am trying to find ways to make these tricks more creative. So as I'm doing these tricks, The thing is, I'd have to have a stack of like post-its like right over here, and not just of like yellow, but like of every possible color. And so that way, if somebody named in chat, it's like, well, but anyway. But yeah, those of you who've seen that a few times, you can probably start to figure out some things. But hopefully, it's still entertaining. So I went to the kid's birthday party yesterday, and I think they remembered that I did some magic tricks last year, but I hadn't seen like a lot of them for a year because like their friends aren't really our friends. So thank you kindly for the claps, Charlie's Beats, and Ryan B. Hey, welcome in, Ryan B. How's it going? Ryan B's been hanging out with me while I'm playing Sea of Stars, so thanks for hanging out with me. Hopefully you're enjoying Sea of Stars. By the way, hopefully you weren't planning on playing Sea of Stars because you've seen so much. It's pretty much, we are deep in spoiler territory. Like, you pretty much know all the things, I think, at this point. So I'm like 25 hours into the game, I think. So it's like, I think that's most of the game. But anyway, thank you so much for that request, Charlie's Beats, and hopefully you enjoyed both times. But anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, I was showing some of these other parents some magic tricks yesterday, and I didn't like go soliciting, but I just started filling with cards at the table, and it's like, hey, you want to see something? And then like it drew all the other parents over, and I'm like, awesome! Like it felt good because I'd passed this point of I need to show everybody magic. Like when you start to learn magic and you're like, I want to perform, you have the itch. Like you just want to perform tricks for everybody, and not everybody wants to see everything. So it's like, oh, okay. So I got past that hump earlier this year, I think, and I'm like, I've matured as a magician because I no longer have the itch to perform literally everything to everybody. So, but it was nice to hear after I performed a couple tricks, and they were like, I was watching you closely, and I wasn't able to see anything. Gibson Lance, thank you for kindly for the glorious. And I got a, oh my god, you're good. Like, and I was like, thank you. And these are things like, because my wife hates magic, so I'm like, I have to perform to other people for magic. So it's, but I was able to show my daughter, and she was able to understand a vanish. So like, I could hold up a card, and then I just, and it was gone, right? Like, I know that was probably kind of bad, but anyway, but yeah, so my daughter was able to understand like something disappearing. And it's like, that's not supposed. And then she like looks in my hands and stuff. At that point, I've ditched everything, and I can end clean because she's not watching everything closely enough. I can like so, but yeah, it felt nice. It was like, this is what I missed out on in 2020 when pandemic happened, and I was ready to perform for real people. But it might have been really good because had that not happened, I wouldn't have gone crazy and put 50 bajillion tricks on my YouTube. And that project like forced me to get better at literally performing every trick to be burnable. So there's this concept of, and I think it's used outside of Magic too, but in Magic, a burnable performance is something where somebody can watch and completely replay and not see anything. And so, so I practiced for that, and then I was like, oh, okay, I can put that online. Or a lot of tricks takes me a few tries, but there are some nights where I would practice the trick, and I would sit there for like an hour and a half doing the same trick over and over again, and it's like, oh, I messed up there. Oh, I messed up there. Or, oh, like when I would get a good run, I watch it over and I see that I flashed somewhere. So a flash is basically when the audience sees something that they shouldn't see. Most of the time, I've figured this out later that a layperson may not understand how it equates to the whole magical thing. But as a magician, like, oh, they're not supposed to see that. Oh, that's bad. They could reverse engineer this if. And as it turns out, all of card magic, if you just watch enough anyway, even you can reverse engineer it because I was there once, and that's how this all this all started. That's how this all started right here. I started reverse engineering tricks. So, all right. Sorry about that. I just went on a Was that a diatribe? I'm sorry if that was a diatribe. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I still have my Magician's Choice up because I think we're going to... So his arm. We're going to twist Picasso's arm. I think a diatribe tends to be more negative. Oh, yeah, diatribe, negative or ranty, right? Like, I guess that wasn't so ranty. But let me see here. What are we going to do? We're going to do this. Yeah. Here's me trying to use words I don't understand. Diatribe. Diatribe is a really cool word, though. But yeah. Okay, alright. Let's give this a try. So, let me see. And I wanted to add something to this because, and then I want to do it, no. Oh, yeah, do that, okay. Okay, let me try twisting Picasso's arm, but this way instead. And so by the way, some of the performances I'm doing tonight, not the usual way, I'm adding a tweak or two to it. So in the spirit of becoming more creative or being able to change things up on the fly, because like when I'm out in public, it's way cooler to see a magician be able to do things on the fly. So all right, so I have 4 cards here. They're all jacks. And here's the thing. So they're all blue-backed jacks. Right here. But I don't know if you realize, but I can grab some paint from a red deck of cards. Here's a red deck of cards. If I just grab some paint here and I just place it on this packet, one of the cards will actually turn red, like this one. And if I grab a little bit more paint and I drop it here, that's actually going to make a second card red. See those two right there. Now if I grab a little bit more and we drop it down, we should now have 3 of those blue back cards turned red backed. And so I just want to show you that there is a red back card, sorry, one blue back card amongst all these red back cards. But it will just require me grabbing some final paint and dropping it, because if I show you now, we have 4 red backed cards. And they are all here. Now, I don't know if you remembered what I called that they were the 4 jacks, but actually after going through that ordeal of repainting, they actually all got some prestige and then married the queens, and now they are all the kings of their respective regions. And that, my friends, is Twisting Picasso's Arm from Jacks to Kings version. But yeah, so, going through all of those 100 tricks in 100 days, continuing to do a trick every week, trying to get more creative, trying to do things on the fly. Thank you kindly for the claps, skips, and lens. Dream, very nice, says Dream. Thank you so much. By the way, welcome in, Dream. How are you doing? Glad to see you. If you guys are not following our friend Dream, please give Dream a follow. If you want to watch a speed cuber, please give Dream a follow. And I know some of you here do like cubing. I'm not sure if you're in chat, but we have had people in. So. Yes. Speed Cuber? What are you quoting? I mean, I mean, to me, I mean, I think the fact that you tried to cube and solve it with a timer, I feel like that is like speed cubing the hobby, you know, however you view yourself, you know. Um, like me, I've never tried to solve a cube with a legitimate timer, and so I would not call myself a speed cuber. I basically have solved the cube just casually, as far as anybody else is concerned. Um, oh, but I believe Dream has signed one of the cards too. Let me just let's see here. Did you sign like an 8 or a 9, Dream? I don't remember. We're gonna find it. We're gonna find it. There it is. 9 of diamonds. That's the one. Yeah, for sure. Like, put your shoes on and get out the door. Yeah, you are a runner. Right, exactly. I never put on the shoes for speed cubing. So, all right. Okay, so that was oh, where the heck did? Okay, it just refreshed itself for some reason. All right, so that was. Oh, by the way, thanks for being here, everybody. That was a boss trick, and we beat that boss. And yeah, there we go. Man, 50 boss tricks. Whew! That means I've improved a lot. More or less, I've solidified the. By the way, I just looked at my trick list the other day, and there was 70 tricks on the trick list. One of them is not magic, so by uh, by corollary, we must deduce that there are precisely 69 magic tricks on my trick list. Right? Is that what we have to assume now? Is that right? So, okay, so there's only one boss trick left, and I may get to it later. Hey, the Rusty Panda, welcome in. How's it going, the Rusty Panda? How are you doing tonight? C1NRB says, whoa! Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I envision getting up to 70. Oh no, there's 71. Okay. Oh wait, but I have another one because Magician's Choice isn't technically a trick. That's just a placeholder to show boss tricks count and Magician Choice. So therefore, I have 69 tricks on my trick list. There we go. I've been up since 3 a.m. The Rusty Panda. Why have you been up since 3 a.m.? And then, I mean, don't feel obligated to be here if you don't, if you need to sleep. Like, oh, traveling. Oh, my sympathies. Hopefully your traveling is, okay. Um, let me tell people in chat a secret. I added a trick to the list. Not today, but between last magic stream and this magic stream. So I don't know if anybody had noticed, but I'm letting people know now. So there are actually 69 magic tricks in the list. Yeah, that's not a command, but also I don't think anybody would naturally hit it because the trick name is in Spanish. Let me see. Tell me the new trick. I mean, you could simply look at the trick list, and this has 0 plays. I say plays because as though it was a song. Or you could be like the one that has never been done before on stream as well. Actually, let me just double check and make sure that it is actually there. I'm pretty sure I put it on. Right? Oh yeah, it's there. It's there. I may have done it before. I know I did it for my YouTube channel, but by the way, shameless plug, YouTube channel. If anybody wants to see lots of things magic related, or see my past, there's some past in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and just put it in the trick list because there seems to be some excitement in the chat for the new trick. The Rusty Panda says, "Our shorts came in." That doesn't make sense to anybody besides the Rusty Panda, Gibson Lens, and me. So allow me to elucidate for everybody. So actually, this is a good time to also shameless plug. By the way, if I know I mentioned this earlier, but no harm in mentioning it again. Gibson Lens, the Rusty Panda, and I will all be at TwitchCon. So if you want to hang out with us, that would be a perfect opportunity to do so. But we will also be presenting a workshop, an interactive workshop, at TwitchCon. So it's happening Friday, 5 p.m. Pacific time in Vegas at TwitchCon. And we're going to be trying to showcase the Twitch magic community, my stream, and then also teaching people magic tricks so that hopefully we get more magic streamers and that they can join the Twitch magic community. All right. So we had this in the works for a couple months, and the Rusty Panda, if you guys were here for that stream where I called out for help and was looking for a third host, the Rusty Panda joined us as our third host, and so after that, the Rusty Panda decided, hey, would it not be cool if we had t-shirts? And so we went through it was not really too long a back and forth process to have a just quick design of t-shirts. And so it's going to have ask me about Magic Twitch and then a QR code that links to the link tree. So if you are, I forget if it's Magic Twitch or Twitch Magic. Yep, that one. So so that QR code will link there, and so if anybody wants to catch more magic, there's all of the other Twitch magicians that have a regular schedule. Which, by the way, welcome in Chan the Magic Man, one of the other magicians, and also welcome in Chris Cox. How's it going? If anybody didn't know, the L is silent. So, all right. Let me also shout out our friend Chan the Magic Man. If you are not following Chan, please give Chan a follow. Does Magic Mondays. So if you catch him other times, he might be playing retro games, community games. But Magic Mondays is when Chan performs sleight of hand magic. Also, Chan does some music, and so you might occasionally see Chan show off some of his original music as well. It's all dance music, so it's all groovy. So definitely give Chan a follow. Hey, welcome in, Candice K. 52. How's it going? Welcome in. Chris Cox, you stream, right? I'm pretty sure you stream. So Chris Cox, let's see. Last streaming art, that's right. Okay, so full disclosure, I have not really hung out in Chris Cox's stream, but I know that Chris Cox is a streamer, so let's see. Candice, going well, just chilling a bit before bed. Ah, excellent. Well, thanks for stopping in, Candice, before bed. I forget, Candice, do you stream too? I forget. Hold on, I'm just clicking on Candice's profile so I can see if... Okay, all right. Candice, if you ever stream, let us know. Come back, we'll give you a shout out. Not yet, but I'm planning some. Ooh, exciting! All right, that means we're gonna shout you out now. Guys, get in on the ground floor. You knew Candice before. When? So, all right, awesome. You heard it here first. Well, maybe not first, but you definitely heard it here. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do the new trick on the trick list, and then I did see Charlie requested another trick, the 8-card brainwave. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. So first things first. I've got some cards here. We have we have some black face cards, and these black face cards are. I'm just going to lay 3 of them down right here, and then we have 4 other cards. One of them is not a face card. One of them is a red, and actually it's our 9 of diamonds that says dream on it. So we have that, and I'm going to leave that here just for a moment. And here's the other black face cards. And so what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and just spread all of the other black face cards right there just for a second. And I just want you to follow the card that is different. So black face cards, red spot card. And I just want to just do something, maybe not so subtly. I'm just going to swap the positions of these 2 cards. That's all. Now, I just want you to tell me which card you believe is the different card. So if you are on desktop, go ahead and click directly on the screen image and tell me which card is the different card. So we have our 6 black face cards and 1 red spot card. And so, okay, so somebody has clicked there. All right, that would be the typical response. Anybody else have any other guesses, or if they want to load on this one, that's okay. So, also one more reminder to anybody who's been sitting around for a while and hasn't hydrated themselves, please remember to hydrate yourself. I do notice that I get way more thirsty on Magic streams than on gaming streams, even though I'm like reading like most of the dialogue on gaming streams. But anyway, so for those of you who had selected this one, that would be a really good guess, because here's the red spot card, and everything else is actually a black face card, right? But I mean, I don't know if you know, the correct answer is actually the one that's in the middle. And it's not because it's the one that's oriented, this way as opposed to that way, but if I show you, all of these other cards are actually red spot cards, right? Like, and I'm just going to tell you, if I just end the trick and I just don't show you anything, that would not be that impressive, right? But look, if I just show you that all of these other cards are actually red spot cards, and none of them are so the correct answer was this one. This is the different card. This is the one that you had to pick. And that, my friends, is Incauto Tramposo. Also occasionally known as the 7-card Monty. Oh, look, and we have a heat map to digest. Delicious heat map. Thank you for getting that eat. All right. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. That is a new trick. I wasn't going to request it until the Rusty Panda said, new trick! So, there we go. Thank you for the informal request, the Rusty Panda. All right. Ooh, GG! Thank you. Heat map, more like eat map. Am I right? Oh yeah, you right. You right. Okay, next up we have a card trick called the 8-card brainwave. And as I was discussing in, I forgot if it was this stream or another stream, you could conceivably do this trick with more cards. It's just kind of simpler for me to do it with 8. But for those of you who don't know, I do store some of my card tricks in these small sleeves. And so this is my brainwave packet. It's this thick. If there were more cards, it would be way thicker. Or it wouldn't fit in the sleeve. So it's just kind of a matter of practicality. But anyway. So, Charlie, are you there? Please let me know if you are there. I would like you to interact with this trick if possible. And then let's see. The Rusty Panda says, I peaked. That was my peak. I'm going to lurk, fall asleep to you. I'm on the East Coast time, so nearing 20 hours here. My sympathies, and definitely, yeah, go to sleep if you need to. I'm also on the East Coast, but I woke up much later. So, totally understand. But thanks for stopping by, the Rusty Panda. And, hold on. We didn't shout out the Rusty Panda. If you guys are not following the Rusty Panda, please give the Rusty Panda a follow. Does music, does Wiki Wednesdays. So that's if you want to see something super awesome, hang out with the Rusty Panda on Wednesday. All right. So Charlie's Beats is there. All right. Excellent. Cool. It seems as though. All right. Charlie's Beats. I'm gonna show you 8 cards, and I don't want my language to sway you or anything. And I know you've been in here and you potentially have seen this trick before, so don't let other people's past decisions affect you at all either. So I just want to let you know that you have a free choice to select any one of these 8 cards, and I will show you that perhaps I may have known ahead of time which one you would pick. And if you thought I could predict that, don't choose your first choice, because maybe I could have predicted that. So maybe choose your second choice, or third choice even. But go ahead and select that card, and you can either click a heat map, or you can tell me, or you can play, man, I knew I would put the iocane powder drink in front of him, and so it's, or 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1, or 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, however you want to do this reverse psychology. You get the free choice. I don't want you to go to sleep thinking. All right. So, all right. First of all, Charlie, was this heat map you? Just want to verify and make sure it wasn't somebody else pretending to be you. And by the way, if anybody understood all of those references, thank you. You're my people. Ops? Oh, okay. All right. Was this you, Chris? And not Charlie? It's okay. I mean, you can affect Charlie's opinion, but if he thinks that maybe you were in cahoots with me, then 7 of clubs. Okay, 7 of clubs. All right. Well, that's the selection. Okay, this is your final chance, Charlie. Would you like to change your mind from the 7 of clubs? My heat map is not functional. Oh, okay. All right. Very well then. All right, last chance. Would you like to change your mind? Yeah, that's strange that you're here. No. Okay. All right. 7 of clubs it is. So funny thing that you chose the 7 of clubs, because here's the 7 of clubs, and I just want to show you that all these other cards are blue-backed cards, except for one, and you did have a chance to change your mind. And that, my friends, is the 8-card brainwave. Thank you kindly for the claps, Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats, Chris Cox, Gibson Lens. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I like that. The first time I show somebody that, it's like, what? And then those of you who've seen it a few times, hopefully you're still like, what? In the real world, if I'm doing this trick, they can hold onto the card and grab it and pull it out. So, thank you kindly for the claps, Candace. All right. So, let's see. I'm just going to do a couple of quick practice displays, mostly because I'm planning on using them when I travel. Obi-Wan, hey, welcome in. How's it going? How do you do? Hopefully you're having a good day so far. anybody is not following our friend Obi-Wan, please give Obi-Wan a follow. Plays guitar, Asian pop music. If anybody knows me, they know I like K-pop, so good match. So busy. I get it. I understand. Okay, so here's our checking the gaff meter, Queen of Spades. Now, if I wanted to change it, I could change it like this. Just hold it, and then I shake it, and then it changes to be the 10 of diamonds. Now, a lot of people would say if I change it, I have to change it back to that. And that would be intuitive most of the time, right? So I have to change it back to the 10 of diamonds. But if you didn't know, I can actually change it to something else entirely. It can be the 4 of spades. And actually, some people would have to say I'd have to turn it back. But it can actually become the 3 of clubs. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Obi-Wan. Oh, so by the way, Obi-Wan redeemed dad joke the other day. And I was like, this is perfect. Let me share my Star Wars dad jokes. So if anybody wants to hear those, go ahead and redeem dad joke now. I'll tell the same Star Wars ones. But it will be old news to Obi-Wan. But maybe everybody else if you haven't heard them. I only have 2. And I shared both of them. So. Okay. Whew. Alright. Let's see, other things going on. So, for anybody who didn't know, I am interested in the card game Disney Lorcana. It has been tough finding some products, and then I tried looking again for some product recently, and I still couldn't find it. So it's kind of tough to get more Disney Lorcana product. That being said, Disney Lorcana is going to be releasing its second set at the beginning of December. The 1st of December, and they have already promised that they're going to reprint the first initial set because there was not enough to meet demand. So, a little interesting. Hey, welcome in the Silver Median. How's it going? Welcome in. How you been? If you're not following our friend the Silver Median, please give the Silver Median a follow. So I caught the Silver Median playing some Celeste the other day. But how was Celeste for you, the Silver Median? And sorry, I didn't say hi. I just lurked for. I think I popped in for literally 12 minutes or something. Yeah, it's so hard for me to hang out in streams with my schedule. But it looks like Silver Median was playing Arkham Knight last. So. But anyway, oh yeah, so the trick queue is empty, everybody, and I have just been practicing just a bunch of random stuff. So if anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Trick queue is open. I did basically all. Hold on, do I have one more boss trick? I forget. I do have one more boss trick. Okay, we could do that as well. But yeah, I've done most of the things that I wanted to practice for today, and I still feel like I've got my skills. They haven't worn away, even though I haven't been practicing them as much during the week. But because I performed yesterday a little bit, that was good. Oh, okay. I remember why I wanted to do this trick, because I did kind of mess up during the presentation. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? I think it was last week. Okay. Alright, let me see if the song list can get this one with enough words. It got it. I'm so proud of it. Sometimes it mixes it up, because if you type in oil and water, there's like 3 versions of oil and water on my trick list. So, okay, let me make sure this is set up. Okay, boom. Boom. Okay, alright. I think I am good. Oh yeah, for anybody who's here, this is a boss trick. I messed this up last time, so hopefully I don't mess it up this time. Full disclosure, between the last couple weeks and this week, I did not practice any of the boss tricks. So if I get them, then I just remembered and pulled it out of the ether, or like the fact that I remembered it from last stream. Okay, anyway. So I've got 4 cards here. 2 red-backed cards, 2 blue-backed cards. Now, the 2 red-backed cards are actually red fronts as well, but the blue-backed cards, because these aren't blue-inked, they are black ink front. So what I want to do is show you that if I were to mix these two so that we're alternating, right? So here's black, red, you would expect that not only would their fronts alternate, but also their backs would alternate. But if I just go ahead and show you, they are separated. I know, that's super weird, right? That's super interesting. Now, if I go ahead and I just put this in here, so now we're alternating once again, red, blue, red, blue, right? You would expect that they would also be alternating on the other side. But if I snap and I just show you, they are not mixed at all. Now, boss trick from the start. That's like, I was born a boss trick, buddy. Okay. So, if I go ahead and I intermix them here, I can show you that they do actually go, black, red, and blue, red. So, now, but here's the thing. Some people know, or some people think that they know how this trick is done. Some people think that I will secretly unmix the cards, and it might look something like that. But maybe that's just an illusion. Maybe I never mixed the cards, or unmixed the cards at all. I know, is that weird? That's super weird, right? That shouldn't happen. That's weird. But if I go ahead and I show you and I flip this over, they actually do become unmixed. Is that weird? That's super weird, right? That shouldn't happen. And that, my friends, is the red, blue, oil, and water. I think that went a lot better than last time. So I think that went pretty well. So for anybody who didn't know, I learned that one not directly from our friend Jack, aka Infozar, one of the other Twitch magicians here, but I was exposed to the trick from him, and then I ended up learning it on my own. So, but thank you kindly for the claps and the reactions. Obi-Wan, Charlie's Beats, Chan the Magic Man, Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens, Chris Cox, and oh wait, there's a Beat the Boss. That's right, Beat the Boss. All right, so now I can say after tonight, assuming I don't mess up any tricks between now and the end of stream, no more boss tricks currently in progress. So you know what that means. I'll probably have to add some more tricks to the list so that there's a chance I can get boss trickery. I'm not gonna lie, keeping like all of these tricks in my head, I do, like, you guys have seen me fumbled sometimes. I mean, the fact that I have like 50 boss tricks being defeated, I have messed some up, but I'm surprised at generally how consistent I think I've been. Like, I would expect, like, how many streams I've had. So hold on, how many magic streams have I had? Hold on. I have a spreadsheet for this. Okay, including today, this is 61 magic streams. Some of them are longer, some of them shorter, but I average between 15 and 20. So let's just make the math easy. So 61 times 20. So that would be, I've done 1,200 tricks on stream, assuming the average is 20 tricks. And if I've messed up 50 times, that is like 5%. No, that's less than 5% because it's out of 1,200. So, I mean, it's just a rough estimate. So it might actually be closer to like 7% messing up, because if it's closer to 15, hold on. Let me pull out the calculator. All right, let's do the most average. That's a lot of tricks, right? Yeah. Okay, let me assume. I think 17 is probably a good number to guess for average number of tricks. So let me pull up. Why is my calculator on my. Alright, hold on. I'm just going to use the calculator on my phone. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. I just want to do, let me see, 17 times, including tonight, 61. Okay, so if we average 17 tricks, 61 streams, that is 1,037 tricks, roughly, give or take. Some nights it's gone long. And actually, I'm not including Hype Train, so I'm almost certainly more than that because, if I average like 10 tricks during a Hype Train, so there's a few more. I've had 3 of those Hype Trains, so let's just add 30. Okay, so I'm at 1,067 tricks. Obviously, there's a lot of duplicates because there's only 70 tricks on my trick list right now. But okay, so if I've messed up 51 times, so 51 divided by 1067. So 51 divided by 1067. That is less than 5%. It's 4.77 or 4.78 basically percent boss tricks. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I'm pretty proud of that. Like that's consistency. And if nobody could tell, I'm a nerd for stats and data. So, but yeah, that's a lot of tricks. So yeah, 1,200 on the upper end if we average 20 tricks per stream. 17 is probably more reasonable. 15 on the low end. But yeah, I usually hit somewhere between 15 and 20 tricks per magic stream. Man, that's so cool. And it's not like I deliberately try and choose like easy tricks, but here's the thing: if there's tricks that I find that are more difficult, as people requested them more, I just got better at doing them. So it's just like it helps compound itself. And it's not like I've kept the list static. I've been adding to it. So I think I started with like 50 tricks on the trick list, ish, plus or minus. Okay, and then so now we're going to be performing another trick. Thank you for the request, Charlie's Beats. And sometimes I mix this one up with a different one, but I'm going to try and do the correct one. So I have 2 like 4-for-1 switches on my trick list. So I'm going to do the correct one. And the way that I can tell them apart is who did it. This one's Patrick Coons. So. Okay, so first things first, we need 4 helper cards. Normally, oh my god. Hold on, I moved my mat and now everything looks super weird. Okay. Does that look fixed now? Okay. Time for bed. East Coaster here and I have to be up in a few hours for work. Yo, I'm also an East Coaster, but yes, I totally understand. Definitely have a great night. Thanks for stopping in, Candace. Take care, and we'll talk to you later. See ya. Yeah, it is 12:25 here for me. Okay, so first things first. Normally I'll do this with the aces, but because Charlie requested it, we'll try and use the fives because, Charlie signed the 5 of hearts. Once again, Charlie, thank you so much for supporting the stream. By the way, if anybody didn't know, Charlie did resub recently on a video game stream, and I'm like, I don't normally get resubs on a video game stream. Normally they happen here, but but thank you, Charlie, for the resub. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I'm gonna place these 4 fives over here as helpers, and I'm gonna leave those on camera. Okay, there we go. And then we're going to need a card selected. It could really be, yes, that was strange. I know, right? So, but yeah, I've had my 10th video game stream the other day. So the fact that I fit in 10 video game streams in like 2 weeks was like mind-boggling to me because I was like, wow, like 2.5 weeks. All right, I'm gonna stop somewhere, and that'll be our selection. So let's pretend that the 10 of hearts, and it doesn't matter that I know what it is. The 10 of hearts is our selection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the 10 of hearts and I'm going to place it here. And I'm going to go ahead and grab our fives. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn each one of these fives face down, like so. And what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and just run my hand over these cards just a little bit. Okay, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you noticed, but all of those cards have changed into this one card. And if we take a look at this one card that's here, if I just spread, that one card has changed into 4 cards. And so the one card is actually our 10 of hearts. And you know it's the same one because it's signed by an anonymous gifter, which I think we signed because there was like an anonymous gift bomb one day. And I felt bad for not like having it. It's like, thank you, anonymous. Thank you, all of the anonymous gifters since, because this card represents all of you guys. But the other 4 cards, which we thought was just the one card, actually turned into the 4 5s, including Charlie's Beat signed 5 of hearts. And that, my friends, is 4 for 1 switch. Charlie says, yes, that was strange. Yeah. Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man. Thank you kindly for the claps, Ryan B. Thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens. All right, it is almost 12:30. I'm probably going to think about ending soon. I'm going to give it like, I don't know, I'm thinking about 20 minutes or so. If anybody wants to request anything, last call. So get some requests in now. Otherwise, I will do the usual. I'll add a finale or 2 trick, and then we'll call it and we'll raid out. I said bossa trick from the start. That was a pun from the Lofi song. Ah, I see. And I walked away, and I didn't hear your reaction. Oh, okay. Sorry, I think I missed the fact that it was bossa trick and not like buzz. Oh, we have a clear plastic cards redeem from Charlie. And we have a request from Jimmy Kaner. So first of all, if you guys are not following our friend Jimmy Kaner, please give Jimmy Kaner a follow. Plays piano, musician, and plays games on stream as well. You may also know him as the guy that requests Get Lucky literally everywhere. But let's see. So, okay. So the question that I have in my mind right now is, can I do Jimmy's request with Charlie's clear plastic card redeem? Can I do it? Is it doable? Don't wait the whole night. Oh. Let's see here. All right, let me pull out the clear plastic cards, and then let me think about this for a second. So, FYI, the clear plastic cards. So, for anybody who doesn't know, I have redeems on the channel. So you can use your channel points. I think they're colored in blue, and that will change the deck that I use. Several of them are the types of cards, so you can redeem a magic trick with like Uno cards or tarot cards or magic cards, Magic the Gathering cards, or Disney Lorcana cards. That's the newest one. Or bigger cards, smaller cards, or the clear plastic cards, which are these. So here's the clear plastic cards. So let me just go ahead and spread them out. And so let me see what we've got as here. I'm just going to generally pull some cards out to see if this idea will work. But, yeah, for those of you who have not seen these cards before, they literally just have the covers on the 4 corners on the back and the 4 pips in the corners indicating what the card value and suit are. So you can see through a lot of stuff. FYI, there are some tricks that I've done that are horrible with these. So I'm trying to avoid all of the horrible tricks with these. But I think the person who has requested clear plastic cards the most is Charlie's Beats, and has requested these, I think single-handedly the most. So, and I did used to have a different set of clear plastic cards, but these ones turned out to be more popular in my loose opinion based on what I see in chat. So, let me see. I may need a moment to quickly practice this to see if it is doable before I commit to saying, hey, we can do this or not. But okay. And then we do this. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Oh my god. It might be okay. It might be okay. Alright, you know what? We're going to try it. Okay. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I found 4 cards that we're going to need for this trick. We have the 4 kings. So let me introduce them to you individually. So this one is the king of spades, the king of diamonds, the king of clubs, and then the king of hearts. And what I want to do is I'm just going to grab these and let me see here. Okay, so with these 4 kings, okay, it might be easier to read that way. 3, 4, okay. What I want to do is let me go ahead and turn 2 kings face up and leave 2 kings face down. I just realized, okay, so 2 kings face up, 2 kings face down. Now, if I was to go ahead and I turn the packet over, you would expect that if I were to count through all 4 cards, all of the kings, 2 of the kings would be facing in the opposite direction. But as this heat map indicates, we just got some really hot magic here. And so I'm going to count through, and you'll see that all 4 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, are all face down. I know, right? Okay, I'm going to break a rule of magic, and we're going to do this again. So here, I'll leave a king face up. I'll take 2 kings face up, 2 kings face down. And it's kind of odd because you can kind of see this king face up like through the other ones. But so 2 kings face up, 2 kings face down. If I was to close this up, flip it over, if I snap, if I count through, you'll see that all the cards are facing the same direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, for those of you who think that sometimes I've done tricks like this and I always use the aces, you would actually be correct. So let me go ahead and show you that, well, instead of doing it with the kings, one of these cards will turn into an ace. So if I show you, look, that's actually an ace, ace of diamonds. And if I go ahead and do that again, another king will turn itself into an ace. This time it's the ace of clubs. And then actually, so now all of the cards, so there's 2 aces there, and then there's 2 aces here, and there's all 4 aces. If you take a really close look, ace, 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 and ace. And if you were here, you could actually inspect these. And some people are wondering, oh, hey, where are the kings? And actually, if I show you, the kings actually are not. A lot of people believe that they're on the top of the deck, and none of those are kings. And if I show you the bottom, none of those are kings either. So in order to find where the kings are, you're going to have to inspect very closely. They are in the center over here. They are right here in the middle of the deck. The 4 kings. And that, my friends, is hallucination with clear plastic cards. And I could, oh, I can eat this heat map. It should be convenient. Delicious. Hey, welcome in, Mark Rides. How's it going? Oh, you tried to request Oceans? Okay. You want the Casino Oceans 11 version? To be honest, those cards aren't great on Twitch Mobile. I can barely tell what they are. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't feel like that they're that great to even do on stream. I just kind of have it as a novelty because when people request the clear plastic cards, I feel like the hope is that they will see something magical. So, um, so actually, as it turns out, I think that trick doable with these cards. I did have one minor lament, but not related to the fact that they're plastic, but the fact that these are not perfectly cut and aligned. That's just kind of my major. Yeah, you could tell me they are any card. It's true. I think it's true, and I didn't have to even put them up close to the camera. Like, yeah. I agree with you, Mark Rides. I agree with you. The other, if you ever end up redeeming clear plastic cards, I do have another deck of clear plastic cards. So those were these ones. But these other ones I think are probably easier to see. So this is a Jack of Clubs. This one's a Ten of Spades. Queen of Diamonds. So these ones are not completely clear, but they have a large majority, like clear diamond on them. So so if anybody ever redeems clear plastic cards, I do have 2 sets of clear plastic cards. So yes, you can see easier. Yep, exactly. So I did, yeah. So if I was actually performing this out, I'd probably never use these and only use this. But I don't know. I think Charlie likes these ones better. And Charlie redeems this time. So. All right. So thank you so much for the request, Jimmy Canner. Hopefully you enjoy. Oh, hold on. I'm going to change back to this before I bring my keyboard in front of me because you don't really care about seeing my keyboard. My keyboard is not magic. Or is it? Okay, let's see here. Okay, Mark Rides, you requested 4 burglars, and I did see the Oceans version, so we'll do the Oceans Casino version. And we'll have to also find Mark Rides and the 4 of a kind that Mark Rides belongs to, so that we can properly tell the story. So Mark Rides 7 of Spades, and then we'll need all of the other 7s. Yeah, I thought the trick was Ocean's 11. Oh yeah, no. Nope, that was impromptu storytelling. So but that was really cool because I'm glad you liked it enough that you were like, "Hey, I'm gonna request it again." Okay, so then I remember 4 burglars. Yes, exactly. So FYI, no other 7s in the deck, but I mean, if anybody, I mean, they're all signed. So look, this one is signed Rob Kovacs. This one's signed Axeman Rock. This one's signed Scalesers, and this one's Mark Rides. So, all right, Mark Rides. You want to be in the casino or you want to be the lookout? I'm assuming you want to be in the casino, doing some cool stuff, right? Just want to be double sure before I start the story. Alright guys, pretend that this deck is not a deck of cards, but this deck is actually a casino. And you know what? We're going to call it the MGM Casino, because for anybody who doesn't know, in recent events, there's actually a cyber attack that went down against the MGM Casino that, brought it down for a little bit. So as it turns out, we have an entire crew here that Mark Rides decided to put together, made up of Scalesers, Axeman Rock, and Rob Kovacs. And so what's going to happen is that, look, if we have all of them land on top of the casino, they realized that the MGM was going to have a digital blackout, so it was very, very difficult for them to track everything. From what I heard from the MGM cybersecurity issues, there were people that couldn't use their room key to open up their rooms. They had people winning casino games on the floor where they had to bring back paper receipts to the cage to get their winnings. It was kind of crazy, but apparently Mark Rides realized this might have been a good time to strike the casino. So, Axeman Rock, Scalesers, and Mark Rides all going to go in the casino and do their dirty work, while Rob Kovacs is going to remain the lookout. So what we have here is all of the other people in the crew. They're going to go ahead and, so this was what Axeman Rock is going to go ahead and play defense, and then Mark Rides is going to do all of the cool acrobatics in the vault and dodge all of the lasers and open up the secret safe, and basically if yeah. And then Scalesers is going to be the one that will help continue the digital blackout in the casino. So here they are invading the MGM, all while all of the electronics and cyber things are going on. Rob Kovacs is going to keep watch. He's going to stand on top. He has a bird's eye view of everything going on. And basically, the cyber attack is going to end, and Rob Kovacs is like, hey, we got to get out of here. And so they all run back to the roof where they initially met. And they assembled. So there's Rob Kovacs, there's Axeman Rock, there's Scalesers, and of course, the hero who comes away with the bag of loot, Mark Rides, gets back on top of the casino, and they get to escape in their helicopter. And that, my friends, is how they exploited the MGM shenanigans going on. Thank you so much for the request, Mark Rides. Once again, thank you also for being a support of the stream, and greatly appreciate it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan the Magic Man, and for the claps, Charlie's Beats, Chris Cox, Gibson Lens, Ryan B. You're welcome, Mark Rides. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed. You got to do all the cool stuff. So you were like doing the acrobatics, dodging lasers. I mean, doesn't everybody want to dodge lasers? Like, all right. Okay. So I think we did last call a little while ago. So quick last chance to get something in the queue in the next couple minutes. I'm thinking about ending in like 5 minutes. So let me know, or random it, or and then of course if we don't get anything, I will add something to the queue, probably as a finale, and we will go from there. We have a request. You know, I never do this one the way that it's meant to be done, so I will use a regular deck of cards this time. But if you guys have seen me perform this before, I like using the other deck, the letter deck. So let me go ahead and see how we're going to do it this time. But let's see here. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. All right. I think I am ready. Okay. All right. So what we have here is our deck. And what we're going to do is, let me grab this heat map. I'm gonna pinch it. That was really bad. We'll take it anyway. All right. Hand-eye coordination. Okay. So, all right. Oh, there's another one. Hold on. Okay. Thanks for giving me a second try, whoever it was. Oh no. There's two more. I have to grab them all at once. Here we go. Nope. Missed. Oh no. One. Oh, hold on. Delicious. Okay. All right. So first things first, we are going to need a card selected. So if I just go ahead and just go through here, you know what? Why don't we just have any one of these selected? Okay, so if anybody wants to heat map on one of these, that'll be a good selection. All right, okay. If anybody wants to double vote and outvote that one. Oh, this one next to it has a vote. Oh, okay. This one's got 2 votes to that one's 1 vote. Okay, anybody else want to join in the foray? Oh, three votes. Nope, 2. Okay, now there's only 1. Okay, 2. Oh, that looks like the other cards. That's 1, 1, and 2. Oh, now it's 2 and 2. All right, this is okay, guys. If it doesn't break the tie, I may have to do this with 2 cards. All right, somebody broke the tie. Thank you for saving me. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to go ahead and, all right, if anybody wants to change their vote or anything, I'll give you 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Currently, we got some people moving their votes. Oh, wait, hold on. We got okay, 3 on this one now instead of that one. Okay, okay, hold on. Wait. All right. Oh, now there's 4 on one. Okay, so, all right, 5, 4. Oh, no, hold on. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh, no. Now it flipped to the other one. Okay, so we'll give 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Okay, it looks like this one wins, but hopefully you guys enjoyed. I think last time people liked doing this on me too. So, okay, so this card is our selection. So I'm going to slide that out. And okay, so the rest of these cards we are going to we just need to cut these into roughly equal parts. They don't have to be 100% perfect, but so let's go there, here, and there. Okay. Now, ooh, delicious pile of heat maps right here. Let's eat those. Okay, I think that will look good on camera. That one looked good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn up these 2 piles. And what we're going to do is shuffle face up into face down cards. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we'll do it again. And then one more time. And yeah, so if you take a look, we've got some face down cards, some face up cards, some more face down cards and face up cards. So, okay. Now, what we're going to need to do is find your card. Oh, hold on. Your card. Aha! I can end this as a comedy routine. Look, I found your card. There it is. Okay. You know what? We have not seen much of DeckSock today, so let's go ahead and bring DeckSock back and say, hey, DeckSock, I've kind of messed up this trick. How should I proceed? All right. I'm going to have the DeckSock sit on the deck. It feels very at home on the deck. Hence its name, DeckSock. And now you're doing all of the magic for me? Okay, great, thank you. I thought I was going to embarrass myself on camera. That would be horrible. Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't really get embarrassed most of the time. Okay, yep, we're fine. That's good. Sorry, I'm having this psychic discussion with the DeckSock. I am verbalizing my side. I'm sorry you can't hear DeckSocks. Okay, so now I want to spread the deck. Okay, all right. I'm going to listen to the DeckSock, and the DeckSock's going to tell me to spread the deck. Okay, And now something should happen. So look, some of the cards are face up, but not all of them, or not even appears to be half of them. So if we take a look, this one is an ace, and then a 2, and then a 3, and they all happen to be diamonds. 4, 5, 6, and then it hops to 8, 9, 10, Jack, Queen, and King. So it looks as though I should be able to tell you, guys, what card is this? The magic is that the deck sock says you should be able to tell me what this card is, instead of me finding it and having you know what it is ahead of time. All right, any guesses as to what this card is? Mark Ride says 7 of. Should be 7 of diamonds. Is that correct, deck? Deck sock? 7 of diamonds. That is correct. And that, my friends, is Play It Straight Triumph. Thanks for the request, Charlie. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Yes, that is the classic way to do that trick, if anybody hadn't seen it that way. You guys have probably seen me do it a few different ways, but that is the normal. It doesn't have to be diamonds, it could be any suit, but with just a regular deck of cards. Okay. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens. Let's see here. Let me turn off the queue. Okay, hold on. I want to try doing this. And I think I've done this before as a mod in other streams, but I'm going to try and make a poll. Last trick question mark. So I'm going to have Picasso aces, dazed, what's it called? Imagine or be sisters. Okay. I'll allow additional votes for some obscene number. Alright guys, let's vote for what you guys want the last trick to be. Was that all in a shuffle and cut how you know where the other cards were? I did shuffle and cut at the beginning of that trick, so yes. Alright, so I just put 4 tricks into my last trick, and I do normally like to end stream with a bunch of these, so if anybody is interested in seeing any of these, again, if you've been here for the end of stream before, feel free to vote, or if not, if you want to see a different one, that's fine. Yeah, so the fact that a lot of people are not voting for Picasso Aces and Dazed tells me that I've done them a lot. So, yeah. So anyway, this is a good time to thank everybody. So thank you everybody for coming to hang out on my Sleight of Hand Sunday stream for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and had a good time. I appreciate the company. Thank you so much to everybody who interacted. So whether you requested a trick, chatted in chat, clicked on the heat map, anything that interacted with the stream, thank you so much. Without you guys, this would not be as fun. And then also, thank you to all the raiders thank you to all the lurkers who have been here. I'm going to thank the raiders separately in a second. Because if it wasn't for you guys, if I was just here fiddling with cards, there'd be no magic happening. The magic happens in your mind. Also, thank you to all of our raiders today. So Black Rose, thank you for raiding in. Thank you for the bits Alchemmutation. So thank you for all the support that you guys have given me just generally all the time. Greatly appreciate it. Let's also give some mod love to our mods. So earlier today, we did see the Rusty Panda. If you're not following the Rusty Panda, please give the Rusty Panda a follow. Does music, and also the unique stream is Wiki Wednesdays. So that would be the day to catch the Rusty Panda. Then also, if you are not following our mod Gibson Lens, please give Gibson Lens a follow, because Gibson Lens plays piano and has a lot of originals, and we play Name That Tune when he's reading from the songbook. So please give our mod Gibson Lens a follow. Also, I know you may be sick of hearing it now, but we're going to be at TwitchCon, so please come see us at TwitchCon. We're actually going to be hosting an interactive workshop for magic. So, and if not, definitely come and hang out and say hi. I definitely want to perform a magic trick for you live, and I'm probably going to want to get a selfie with you too. So let's be real here. I'm that kind of guy. I like to take selfies with people. All right, so I think that is it. Yeah, selfie hype. Yeah, selfie hype. That's right. So if you guys are not good smilers, and you know I'm going to come for you, better work on your smile. All right, I believe I saw that B Sisters was the winner of that poll. That's correct, right? So this one is a short one, but I guess that means, so normally I don't jump the gun and try and find somebody to raid, but I suppose I should open up a new tab and start looking. And I know with my hubris, the person I happen to mentally choose will have probably raided out even by the time this trick is over. B Sisters beat Imagine 3-2. Okay, alright, awesome, good to know. Thank you kindly for that verification. I think I saw it, but it goes away pretty quick, and I would like it to stay a little bit longer, just from a streamer perspective. Okay, let me see. Oh, there's not too many. Oh, hold on. Is there a... Use your magic to make them raid you? I mean, that would be a great idea, but I need to end stream because I actually need to still record my YouTube video for tomorrow or later today, and then and put that up as well. So, and then I need to go to bed because I also have work, and I also have a doctor's appointment. So, okay, all right. So it looks like we're going to be performing B Sisters as our finale. All right, there we go. Okay. You know, if I could use magic to make people raid me, I'd probably choose somebody gigantic. Because I can't imagine what it would be like to get raided by like 1,000 people. Like, that would be ridiculous. Like, I've seen other raids that are hundreds of people, but I cannot imagine what getting a raid of like 1,000 people would be like. That seems nuts to me. I don't think I would ever I don't think I would be able to deal with it. I have to be work at 8 a.m. and it takes me 2 hours to get ready in the morning. My sympathies. So that means you'd have to leave by 6, and that's or no, sorry, you'd have to wake up by 6, and then that's assuming you can instantaneously transport to work. I'm not sure if you commute to work or you telecommute, but then that means you would have to wake up. Let's assume you need an hour to drive. So that's, yeah, I don't know. That's my sympathies. Wake up by 6. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Okay. All right. So then that means I should wrap up stream and then and make this quick so that people can. Yeah. Luckily, it's a 5-minute drive. Ah, sweet, excellent. That's short commutes. Yeah, the closest place I used to work from where I lived was like a 7-minute commute. So it was pretty nice. All right. Okay, so I have 4 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. They are all of the aces. So we've got the red aces. Here's ace of hearts. And then here's the ace of diamonds. And then we have the two black aces over here. And I've messed up this trick. Whoa. Okay, first of all, luckily I did a poll because I know what the backup trick after this is going to be. It's going to be Imagine. So we're going to end on Imagine, but we're going to have to start this one over. So, man, and it started so well too. I was doing perfectly fine. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right, if you've seen this trick before, I mean, you knew you were going to see a blank. Like, you knew that was going to happen. All right, okay, here we go. All right, I have 4 cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4. How did you mess it up? You had all 4 aces. I know, right? So, here we go. Ace of hearts. And then we have the ace of diamonds, the 2 red aces. Okay, so now I have the 2 black aces. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab the 2 red aces and drop them here. And now if I show you, the 2 red aces have hopped back into my hand. Now, here's the thing. I just grabbed the red aces from here, and a lot of people think, oh, did I move the black aces down there? But I never said I picked up the black aces and put them back there. They were just kind of like overwritten by the red aces. So if I show you, these cards over here, these are blank. Now, but if I go ahead and I grab the red aces from here right now, and I just blow them away, you're going to see that these cards are now blank as well. And if I show you, all blank. And that, my friends, is Bee Sisters, which is our penultimate, which means second to last, trick of the night. So, because I mess that up, and I'm not ending on a trick in which I'm messed up, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that one as good. But we're now going to be doing Imagine, which was the second most popular, so you guys are going to get it. And I swear to you that I did not deliberately mess up a trick. I don't want to deliberately mess up tricks, but this happened to be fortuitous this time. So, thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens, Chris Cox. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. All right. Here we go. Imagine. I guess I got to do 2 of the tricks that I wanted to do anyway. Okay. Okay. All right. I have a packet of cards here. So we've got some jokers and 1 card that is a little bit out. So we have a joker, a queen of clubs, and a joker. So I just want to show you that all of the jokers are blue-backed and our queen is red-backed. Now, here's the thing. I just want you to imagine that when you see me taking out the queen, that I am placing it underneath the table, and as I place it underneath the table, I throw it through the table. It goes through the table, through the mat, back into my hand. Because if I show you now, look, it's still here. I mean, it's not still here. I threw it through the table. Okay, because if I show you, there's the queen of clubs. Now, I just want you to imagine that I'm taking it, placing it underneath the table, throwing it through the table. It jumps back into my hand. Whoa, look at that heat map. Did you see that heat map? That heat map actually brought that queen back here. Now, you're probably wondering, wait, can I do it again? Yes, of course. Look, I'm going to go ahead and place it underneath the table, and I'm going to throw it back into this packet. Thank you kindly for this heat map, whoever it was. Let me, can you pinch it? Okay, but that queen, I threw it through the table, through the mat, and here it is. It has just come back. All right, so now here's the thing. I did tell you to imagine all of that, right? So perhaps you didn't see any of that. So maybe what you did not realize is that you also imagined that the red back card was a queen of clubs, because the queen of clubs was never here. The red back card is actually a blank card. And actually what you maybe imagined as well, you may have thought that you saw jokers, but actually you have imagined all of the jokers as well. And that, my friends, is Imagine. And I will call that a successful finale. I was happy with that performance. So, oh man, messing up on stream. I mean, but anyway, you guys understand. You guys have seen me do enough. Oh, that brings my 5% statistics just a little bit worse. I know I kind of made up for it right now, but I'm actually thinking about putting that on the boss list trick. So anyway, thank you so much for the claps. Jimmy Kaner, Charlie's Beats, Ryan B, Chris Cox, Gibson Lens. Thank you so much for all the claps. And I would say that is a good session. So let me take a look and see if the person that I had mentally decided on is still going. They're still there. Okay. Let's raid them before, because they've been going for a few hours. So, okay, we're going to raid a new friend tonight. I've only hung out in the stream like a few times, and not even like hung out, just kind of lurked. So, we are going to be raiding the Friendly Fiddler. Okay, I'm going to start the raid. Okay, and then if anybody gets left behind, here's, oh yes, thank you, Gibson Lens. If you can copy a raid call, that would be awesome. And let's raid our friend, the Friendly Fiddler, plays violin. And I heard about him actually from one of the other streams I mod. So not... Oh no, you think he's raiding? Okay, that means we gotta go now. Alright, bye!
Oh, you did, Julia. Oh. And Crazy Asian, she just raided too. I don't know. Sorry, I forget. Oh, Crazy Asian is a guy. Let me do the shout out. Actually, I need to do like 3 shout outs all at the same time. Crazy Asian. He, him. Crazy underscore Asian. AZNNN. AZNNN. Does that work?
Yeah.
Yes. Nam.
2 E's, 3 N's.
Known as the streaming magician. Let's see what we can learn.
Yeah.
About Crazy Asian. Oh, there's an ad. Okay, let me mute that. Sleight of Hand Sunday. What was your stream like? Did you have a fun stream? And Piano Julia, I haven't forgotten about you. We're going to talk to you very quickly.
Tonight.
Oh no, what just happened? What else? Okay. That's great. Sleight of Hand Sunday. Oh, you do card magic streams? That is so cool. Sunday nights, come hang out for an interactive sleight of hand card magic show where you can request tricks using streamers. That is so cool. You're going to be at TwitchCon. I so want to go.